If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 25 of the Wolfsburg Career Mode series here on FIFA 16. This is the season roundup video. If you're new to the channel for FIFA 16, then this is the first of this kind of video that you will have seen so far this year. We did this throughout all of FIFA 15. I think I actually started doing it back on FIFA 14. But effectively, what we do, we'll go through, have a look at the league table, see who won what this year. We'll have a closer look at our individual squad and see who's grown by however much, etc. And we'll see who will be joining us in European leagues, or European competitions, sorry, next season by having a look at some of the other larger leagues around Europe. So we'll jump straight in and we'll get underway. If you enjoyed today's episode, then obviously make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But as you can see, we finished third this season. We kept the most, or not necessarily the most clean sheets, but we had the best defensive record in the league by a mile. Only 18 goals conceded in 34 games, which is very impressive. Unfortunately, though, the 39 goals we scored wasn't that good, and actually, to be fair, towards the end of the season we were scoring more freely than we were at the beginning, so that's a main key area of improvement that we want to look towards for next season. We already have Sofian Feghouli coming towards the club on a pre-contract, like we mentioned in the last episode, so he will definitely help when it comes to creation of chances. So I'm pleased with third in the league, to be completely honest. We lost Kevin De Bruyne, obviously, and Ivan Perisic, so you know, we had to try and fill those boots before we even got started here at Wolfsburg. And third in the table, behind Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich, isn't that bad. FSV Mainz, 05 and SV Darmstadt, unfortunately, will leave us. Eintracht Frankfurt, the way things work in Germany is the team that finishes third bottom in the Bundesliga plays a playoff with the team that finishes third top in the second division in Germany. So we'll have a quick look through and see who comes up, or whether Eintracht Frankfurt stay up, or whether the team that finished third in the Bundesliga 2 come up. But Dortmund won the Deutsche Pokal, or Pokal. I don't know whether it's Pokal or Pokal, to be completely honest, but Dortmund beat Bayern, so those two were kind of the two teams to beat, weren't they, this year on this particular season domestically. And it was actually Red Bull Leipzig that beat Eintracht Frankfurt in that promotion match, so it will be Red Bull Leipzig that join us in the Bundesliga next season, and Eintracht Frankfurt will be relegated. That was the pre-season tournament we did against Napoli. We lost the final 3-0, of course. Manchester City won the Champions League this year over their city rivals, Manchester United, who beat Chelsea in the semis. So congratulations to City, first ever Champions League win. Is that a sign of things to come this season in real life? Time will definitely tell. And in the Europa League, we obviously unfortunately got knocked out by Atleti in the round of 16, and they did in fact go on to win the competition as a whole, 2-0 over Southampton in the final. So English clubs doing quite well in Europe this season, so it seems, which again might be an indication of real life, but the way things have been going so far in the group stages might not be an indication of things in real life. And Euro 2016 has gotten underway. England have Portugal, Austria and Norway in their group, and are currently sat second after a 2-1 win over Austria. So that's how things were settled in our league. Obviously, we'll have a quick look and see who got the golden boot, and it was actually Thomas Muller. Nobody really ran away with the golden boot this year. There wasn't like an abundance of goals from a single player. Every team seemed to like share the goals out. So Muller wins the golden boot with 15, and Kevin Kuranyi of Hoffenheim comes second, joint with Aaron Guiz of Bayer Leverkusen. And you've got Franco Di Santo, who obviously is a new signing for Schalke this season, or was a new signing for Schalke this season from Werder Bremen. Stefan Kiesing's up there as well. Dortmund players obviously Aubameyang and Kagawa, our highest top goal scorer in the league. As we scroll down, is there anybody in here? Nobody for us, apparently. Even scored 7 goals in the league. That's mad. I would have thought we'd have had at least one person. Anyway, moving on to assists. Is there anybody of ours in the assist list? Apparently not either. Wow, we really weren't that prolific when it comes to individuals. Clean sheets, though, as you might expect. Diego Benaglio up there top with 20 clean sheets out of the 34 games. He was fantastic for us this year. Absolutely top notch. Very much one of the first names on the team sheet, and he will definitely be staying at the club for the foreseeable future. We obviously extended his contract this year. We'll have a quick look at the other top leagues around Europe before we go and have a look at a squad report to see how everybody got on. And Man City have done the double. They won the Champions League and they've won the Barclays Premier League by 2 points ahead of Chelsea and Arsenal, who are only split on goal difference, although it was quite a large goal difference split. Manchester United finished fourth with Liverpool and Spurs fifth and sixth. And just out of curiosity to see where Cambridge United finished for me, they finished seventh. So they were in the playoffs. Portsmouth with 104 points and Leyton Orient with 102. That is mental. Relegated out the BPL are Sunderland, Leicester and Bournemouth. I can't say, well, Sunderland and Bournemouth, not really too surprised about. Would have thought Leicester would have finished a little bit higher. But PSG won the French league by 16 points. Massive difference there. Lyon only finishing down in 8th, although they did lose Lacazette to Manchester United, of course, which seems to happen in every single career mode to this point. Obviously, we've seen what happens in the Bundesliga. Joining us will be Dusseldorf and Freiburg, as well as Leipzig, who obviously won that promotion match against Eintracht Frankfurt, and Dusseldorf won the league by 18 points. So massive margin of victory for a few sides this year. Only the 4 points though for Juventus in Italy, but obviously, wow, no, they went undefeated. Look, 38 games played, 0 losses. Wow, they've gone undefeated. Juventus, man, I did not expect that. That's the first time that's ever happened to me on career mode, ever. A team has gone undefeated for the entire season domestically. Fantastic stuff from Juventus. And they needed to go undefeated to win the league by 4 points from Roma. Napoli third and Fiorentina fourth. I think it's only the top 3 in Italy that go into the Champions League, although I may be mistaken, with Inter and Milan still finishing outside the Champions League spots in 5th and 6th, respectively. And we'll have a quick look at Spain as well. PSV winning in Holland, or in the Netherlands, sorry. Porto win in Portugal. Zenit in Russia. Celtic in Scotland, no real surprises. And Real Madrid by 2 points win La Liga ahead of Barcelona, Atletico, and Valencia will be joining us in the Champions League next season. Obviously, we finished third, so we will go straight into the group stage, whereas Schalke will have to try and qualify via the fourth qualifying round. We have had quite a lot of growth from the side this year. We've been really blessed with some good youngsters as well. But as you can see, Diego Benaglio kept those 20 clean sheets in the Bundesliga, had 28 for the season. He's so good. You cannot underestimate how good he has been for us this season. Look at that growth as well. And that wasn't me training him. I haven't trained Diego Benaglio at all. This is just purely in-game performance growth. Unbelievable stuff. 84 rated overall now. Fantastic goalkeeper. If you're looking for an experienced goalkeeper in career mode, definitely recommend Diego Benaglio. Sebastian Jung has been solid for us at right back. He also kept the 20 clean sheets for the full season. 15 in the Bundesliga. Really pleased with him this year. Naldo has grown up one as well, despite being 33 years of age, which is unreal. Normally players at that age start to drop in rating, but he's grown. Nicolas Searle has gone up 3 this year. We obviously brought him in for £10 million plus Felipe. He's now valued at 14, and he's been so good for us. 93 strength as well, and he's grown obviously with some training and some in-game performances. Really disappointed that Ricardo Rodriguez hasn't grown. He's played loads of games for us this season, 36, kept 19 clean sheets, got an average rating of 7.1, but no growth, which is really odd. I would have expected him to shoot up. We got him to 87, was it, with Chelsea last year in 2 seasons or 3 seasons. So I'm really disappointed that Ricardo Rodriguez hasn't grown this year. Hopefully, next season he will do. Luis Gustavo missed a few games with injury, but did very well for us all told. 18 clean sheets, 4 goals, 4 assists from that central defensive midfield role. One of the best CDMs in European football. Really pleased with him this year, although again, not much growth there at all. Corentin Tolisso, we brought him in this year for £9 million. He was very good. I really enjoyed playing with Tolisso, and obviously 78 rated at 21 years of age. Plenty of potential there as well. Vrinya will probably be moved on next season, to be completely honest, with Sofiane Feghouli coming in. We've obviously brought in Iñaki Williams as well in the January just gone. We've still got Andre Schürrle. Gabbiadini can play out wide. Nabil Fekir can play out wide. I'm probably going to move Vrinya on next year. So, unfortunately for him, this is probably his last season at Wolfsburg. Andre Schürrle has grown too this season, though. Only the 4 goals and 2 assists for him this year, but I've obviously really enjoyed playing with Andre Schürrle. He's been very good for me. So, pleased with him. Julian Draxler, would have expected slightly more growth from him, actually, to be completely honest. The side, they paid £18.5 million for him. Obviously, before we started the save, as he was brought in by Wolfsburg in real life as well. He's up 1 this season, but I genuinely would have expected a little bit more growth from him. But never mind, Max Kruse hasn't grown at all. He was our top goal scorer, I think, for the season, with 9 in all competitions and 3 assists. Goal scoring really was an issue for us this year. He only got 4 in 24 Bundesliga appearances. That's not good enough. That is the main port of call when it comes to improving the squad next year. And Kruse may see himself on the way out, actually. I might sell him on and really look for a world-class number 9 striker. But Brildolland and Bolo came in and scored 3 goals in 16 games, although obviously the Champions League games were played at FC Basel because he only came in January, so he only played the 9 Bundesliga games for us this year, scored 1 goal and 1 assist. Nabil Fekir, he scored 4 goals in 25 games. Nobody was prolific for us this season. He's up 1 overall to 80, although that came through training rather than on-field performances. Iñaki Williams, though, has grown +1 since we brought him in. No goals or assists for him since we brought him in, but I was quite impressed with the way that he played in a rotation role, so I am quite pleased with him. Maximilian Arnold was another solid midfielder, similar to Corentin Tolisso, actually. Very young, high potential, and should be a very good player for us for the next season or two. Manolo Gabbiadini grew up to... He got 8 goals in all competitions this season, although 3 of them came in the Champions Trophy for Napoli before we even signed him, so technically he scored 5 for us and didn't get any assists. He only played kind of a rotation role though, but he might be involved a little bit more next year. Dennis Diekmeyer we brought him in at the beginning of the season for a bargain price, and he was rock solid for us. Pleased with him in that rotation right back role with Sebastian Jung. Christian Trash only had a bit part to play this season. Obviously, we're using him as a rotation right back and left back and central defensive midfielder whenever he was called upon. He's a good squad player, and he'll definitely stay at the club. We've signed a lot of youngsters this year, as you can see from the few names on your screen now. I'm just going to quickly scroll through them because none of them have played for me at all, to be completely honest. But a lot of these youngsters do show good potential. So I'm going to continue to train them all throughout the next season or so, and we'll see if anyone can actually shoot up some ratings. Kletsi is on loan here, obviously scored 1 goal and got 1 assist in 7 games. I think we've got him on a 2-year loan spell though. I'm pretty sure it was a 2-year loan spell we went for. He's up 3 ratings since joining us though, so good growth from him. Francisco Rodriguez scored a very important goal for us, and the only goal that he got for us as well. That was the 3rd against Bayern Munich, of course, recently. He's up 3, obviously the brother of left-back Ricardo. Paul Seguin barely played for me, 2 games, not that good of a player. Probably going to sell him on and use the youngsters that we brought in instead. Moritz Sprenger, again, another youngster that barely played, got 1 appearance in the pre-season tournament, didn't play. He'll probably get loan listed, although I may sell him on. Carlos Asuez has been decent, actually. He's been a good rotation player, not necessarily performed out of his skin, but another good squad player to have. Chanonolu is very, very impressive. Really enjoy playing with him. 4 goals in 18 appearances and 1 assist for him. Would have expected slightly better, but, you know, we haven't had the best of seasons, or most prolific of seasons here at Wolfsburg, and overall performances have still been very good. Robin Konoka has gone up +2 this year. He was solid. I really enjoyed playing with him as well, and he'll definitely be kept in the side. Yusua Gilavogi's on loan here from Atleti. Think his loan expires at the end of this year, so he'll go back to Atleti, and that's not too much of a miss. I didn't really enjoy playing with him, to be completely honest. Kern Castiles is a decent player, although didn't play for us at all this year. Dante's unhappy, and I'm probably going to try and sell him on. Next season. We tried to sell him on in January and nobody came in for him, so we'll see what we can do next year. And then we've got a couple of youngsters that are currently out on loan with a little bit of growth there, but not really done too much this year. So that's the state of the squad right now. I'll quickly show you actually the youth players we currently have in the squad here. As you can see, we've got a goalkeeper potential of 73 to 94, hoping that it's towards the upper reaches of that. Again, another goalkeeper, 70 to 94. This guy's 5'9". Luis Godin is 6'5". So I'm probably going to concentrate my my growth on him rather than Bayer, and we'll see what happens. Niederlechner is a left midfielder who has the potential to be 81 to 87, so he'll probably get some growth, although he's only 4'10", so hopefully he grows a little bit. And a centre mid of potential 79 to 85, Pascal Reinstra. He's only 5'1" though, so hopefully he grows a little bit as well. But he seems quite good on the ball already, 83 ball control, 74 dribbling. So and he's only 16, so good potential there as well. So that's the state of the squad right now. That's how we're going to end this first season. Hopefully you enjoyed this first season of Wolfsburg. It wasn't the best of, or it wasn't the most well-supported series on the channel. It kind of is ranked 3rd of the 3 that we're doing, with Chelsea and my player running away in 1st and 2nd. But I'm still enjoying enjoying doing this Wolfsburg series. We will do at least one more season. We've got Joel Matip and Sofiane Feghouli joining us next year as well. So hopefully they can help improve the squad. Let me know in the comment section. Loads of transfer suggestions for next year. On Friday, I will do a transfer targets video, and we'll have a look at some of your suggestions and some of my thoughts for transfer targets for the next season. And then at the weekend, we will jump head on first into the transfer window at the beginning of Season 2. But for now, for Wednesday, thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.